this an unfair trial from inside the courtroom. A very
Do you have more information on that?
Donald Trump just declared this an unfair trial from inside the courtroom. A very
Do you have more information on that?
very, very unfair. Is what the control room is telling me right now. Ellie, this must be by Donald Trump's design, how he is approaching this. I'm not sure how else to read it.
It has to be. I mean, this is a crash and burn strategy. First of all, I do wonder, Caitlin made a good point. This is set for 1 day of testimony. Ordinarily, in a criminal case, you don't set time limits. The witness testifies as long as necessary. There seems to be an agreement here. It's going to be 1 day. I wonder if there's almost some sort of filibuster strategy. I'm just going to try to run out the clock with my own self-serving statements.
That's interesting.
The other thing that I think is really important is the judge is now considering imposing sanctions of real consequence for the first time. No more just admonishments, no more sternly worded finger wagging. But when he's talking about, if this continues, the judge said, according to our reporters there, then I will strike the testimony and draw a negative inference. That means I will assume that your testimony, Donald Trump, would have been as harmful as can be to you. And so that's sort of the real weapon that the judge has here. He's warned of it, but that's his ultimate answer if this gets truly out of hand.
And Karen, again, clearly this was a strategy going in.
It has to be.
I mean, for all the talk about remaining calm and doing things, you know, Trump went in there today, it seems, to blow things up to an extent, or to poke the bear as much as he possibly could, the bear being the judge. And that may be what he wants to do. But as Ellie points out, this is going to get very expensive for him. And I'm not talking about contempt fines. The finding by this judge could be as much as $250 million. And if he takes as much of a negative inference as he wants or can from Trump's testimony, it's expensive testimony.
I mean, Trump must have made the calculation already that he's lost this case. And so this way he can just go out and say, see, it was unfair. I told you it was unfair. And he's making his case in the courtroom and outside the courtroom. But Trump's used to he's used to being in charge. He's not used to having a judge in charge. And when you're in court, it's about the court. It's about the judicial system. There are rules. There are rules of evidence, and there's the judge in charge, and he doesn't like that.
I just want to read this quote one more time. And if you are in the